Hey everyone, welcome to the video I'm going to be doing here really quickly on Ethereum. The last couple videos that I've been doing on Ethereum have been pretty popular, so I figured that I would go ahead and keep the momentum here where things are containing interest. And before I get into this, of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just giving my opinion on the market. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, and doing your own research. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. I want to take a look at where we were looking at yesterday and where things have potentially ended here. Okay, so we were looking at a five-wave structure moving to the upside, and we were looking for a retrace back to the 382, which was at about $270, but the green box that I outlined was between the 236 and the 382, with smaller bids at the 236 zone, which was at 276, and larger bids would have been down here, closer to the bottom, closer to about 270. Specifically, yesterday I was talking about 270 to 275, that range. We didn't get to 275. We went down to 275.40, got close, but didn't quite get there. We had a really good reaction off of this. So at 276, this seems to be the area of support right now, at least on Ethereum. We were taking a look here at these support and resistance clusters. We had resistance here, we had support down here, then back here we had resistance here, support, resistance. So this level at 270 is also extremely important for us to continue to hold. Of course, our area of invalidation was this top of the wave one here, which was at about $264. Right now, no, Robert, sorry, this is not the Dr. Phil show. I apologize. So right now, it looks like we are going to make this push. It looks like the retrace has already completed, and we are in the process of doing a 1-2, and then we're working our 3-4-5 to make that push for $300. Now, when this does retrace, and it will retrace, we can take a look at this on an hourly. We've got a 1-2. And we've got a 3 pulled back for the 4 down to the 236. Then our target, of course, as we were talking about yesterday, is $300. And then we will evaluate from there what happens. But right now, what I'm seeing here, we had a bullish cross on the 12-hour back here when the price was about $264, $265. We had a bullish cross on the 12-hour back here. And it looks like it's starting to get back into the bullish control zone, which is going to be above 75. Right now it's at 74.4 on our proprietary settings. And, once it gets up there, this thing can have the momentum to push higher. Right now, we're pushing right against the 284 resistance, where we're pushing up against that right now at this very moment. So let's just outline this right here. This level is pretty important for us to push through. So let me outline this here. We've got resistance back here on, this was yesterday midday. Rejected from it again, and now we're touching it, and I would imagine we're probably going to push through it this time. I do imagine we're probably going to push through. We're going to realize these higher targets, which are going to be closer to $300. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and remove the P&L. I'm going to remove the support resistance cluster. And currently calling this the low here on wave 4. And now we're going to be looking to push in the 5 wave, which again, we're looking at $300. And if we're going to be basically measuring the bottom of the 2 to the top of the 3, retrace to here only at the 236, if we pull down to the 382, really that would have been ideal for an algo target at $300. My guess is we're probably going to push a little bit higher than 300 based on the sentiment in the market. The sentiment in the market is extremely bullish right now, and there are a lot of people interested in shorting the market, but I do think that Ethereum is going to have a significant push to the upside. And by significant, we're really talking about $15 to $30 to the upside. I think it is possible that we are going to be reaching higher targets here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trend-based fib extension, and I'm going to go from the bottom to the top of the first wave, and I'm going to project this from the bottom of the 4. So from the bottom of the 4, we've got a couple targets. 100% the length of the 1 is going to take us right up here to exactly $300.50. That seems like a logical place for this to land. Very possible this lands at the 123.6, which is going to be at about $306. Not sure we're going to see 316, but that is a target as well. But I would say probably to the 618, the 100, or the 123.6, more than likely somewhere between the 100 and the 123.6. And again, the way that I did this is I took the length of the 1, projected from the bottom of the 4, because basically what we're doing is we're basically trying to measure the 5th wave in relation to the length of the 1st wave. So we already know that wave 2 target was at the 1618, which was right here at 282, 283, somewhere in this range. You know, potentially our next target is going to be right up here at this 300, $300 to $308 range. That's going to be where we're going to be looking for this to go. Assuming that we can hold above 284, I think this is very likely that we see this push to the upside. So if you're interested in holding a long position on Ethereum, I would do a scalp on this from about 284, potentially up to this $300 range. The optimal entry was back here at the 275 level. I realized that it didn't get down to 275, but this was the bottom to catch if you were interested in catching the bottom. At this point right now, what you're really looking for, let me move to a 15-minute time frame and show you guys what you're actually looking for here. You're looking for a push up and above on a 15-minute time frame, push up and above 284, which it looks like we're going to be doing here. And then you're going to be looking for a retrace of this, and then that's where you're going to want to catch that move to the upside. It's going to happen fast, right? So don't expect it to just consolidate up here. More than likely, if this is going to go up with strength, it's going to pull back very quickly and then move to the upside. So this 284 level is going to be very interesting and very important for us to hold. If you're going to be looking for a stop loss, I would be looking from this perspective here, looking at it from this perspective, and doing a stop loss. The farther we go, the higher the stop is going to be. Right now at about 280. As it goes further and further, 281, 282, it is very possible that we do dip back into this range. If we do dip back into this range, so if we get rejected here, there is a good possibility that we see a push from this range, and then you could catch that and then maybe add to your position on here. So, looking for a potential move, maybe even back down to 281, even though right now it looks like we're pushing 285 right now, but this can move pretty quick, and it is possible for it to come back down here to 281. But nonetheless, I think that it is possible for us to do this retest of 284 for that continuation of the upside. One way or another, I see upside ahead. I see us completing this 5th wave, and from there we'll kind of see what happens. On the 15-minute time frame, it does look like it's starting to get into overbought, so I would say, give this a little time to reset potentially. But the hourly looks pretty good. Let me let this load here and take a look at this. The hourly, a fresh cross to the upside. Again, the 12-hour up in the bullish control zone, the 3-hour up in the bullish control zone, not really showing any signs of exhaustion just quite yet. So yeah, a little bit more upside. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate the comments. Okay, well, again, that's kind of what I've got here on Ethereum. Again, you've got stop losses, just on the other side of 280. Look to catch 284 on a pullback. We're right at 284.55, maybe starting a little bit of a pullback right now. But yeah, 284 would probably be a good place, and then stop loss right here around 280 or so. Maybe even layer some bids below 284 down to the 280 region, and then of course cutting your losses on a close below 280. But right now this looks okay. It looks like continuation to the upside. If we can take out this high back here, which is at 287, if we can take out 287, then I think that really bolsters the opportunity and the probability that we are going to be seeing higher prices. So keep an eye on that 287 range, but ultimately 284 is where you're going to be looking to get back in. It looks like we're already pushing up to 285.50, maybe 286. So possibly that opportunity is gone, but that's kind of what I'm saying. The price is going to move around. It's not always just going to move in one direction. But nonetheless, that's what I've got on Ethereum. So if this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, I do appreciate likes, subscribe, shares, all the good stuff. And if you want to be part of our Discord community, just add a comment in the YouTube chat. I'd be more than happy to get an invite code out to you. But wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and a good evening.